Hello, Leo. Welcome back to Intuitive Garden Tarot. If you're new here, my name is Nicole. And Leo, I'm going to be doing a general reading looking at the energy for my Leo viewers for the month of July 2025. Remember, this is a general reading, and you may book a personal reading looking just at your energy with me at intuitivegardentarot.org. I would love to meet you and work with you individually. All right, we have the Five of Cups, Two of Swords, Four of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Knight of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, where are the wands? Where's the passion? Where's the fire? Let's break it down and we'll figure it out. So in the recent past, we have you in a place of stability, yet I'm feeling a little bit of fear, perhaps, from world events and physical resources. Understandable. So this might have gotten to some of you, it might be getting to some of you, and it might be really challenging to feel secure financially, structurally, and again, just with resources in general. I'm seeing that getting away from city energy, if that's something you're engaged in frequently, that can be helpful to get more space, because it seems like some of you might be actually taking on the energy of the collective, the population around you, your neighborhood, your neighbors. And, you know, to what extent is possible? Maybe it means just going for a drive. Maybe it means planning a little weekend getaway. Take it how it resonates for you. But that's what's coming through, is that maybe your sense of stability and security has been a little challenged lately, and just getting some separation from large groups might be really helpful for you, Leo. So you're showing up here with this Five of Cups energy, and I'm feeling it like regret. Focusing on what's lost instead of what still remains. And that might be appropriate. I don't know what your individual situation is. And you might even be grieving on a wider scale, since the global politics has kind of come through in this reading for you. I've said this many times. If you're feeling suffering for others, there might be a reflection of something in you that wants to be healed, that resonates with that suffering. And holding space for others' loss and suffering beyond acknowledging it is a slippery slope of then we are in that own vibration ourselves, and we're also perpetuating the energy of suffering, and it kind of puts a heaviness all around the situations that you might be focused on, those situations that want to come out of that heaviness. So be mindful of where you place your emotional energy right now. Again, I don't want to skip over the need to grieve if you're going through something personally, or to acknowledge the grief of others if that's what you're seeing. But when you're ready, these two cups want to be tended to. They're still in play. This is what's going right. Yeah, some things have gone wrong, and if this is in your personal life, you know what that is. But don't get stuck there. is what I'm hearing. And this says you might be stuck there. I'm sorry to say. The good news of this card, this Two of Swords energy, it's a bit of a stalemate. It is a bit of pause or taking pause. So as I said, take pause to acknowledge your feelings, whatever's coming through you, but it's also a choice point. There's some decision here that needs to be made to get unstuck. And it doesn't mean being in denial. I'm hearing that some of you feel that what I started suggesting and recommending about not wanting to feed our emotions into suffering so that it grows bigger and stronger, there is a mindset that many of us have adopted, lived through, maybe still hold, about being ignorant. Well, I don't want to be ignorant to what others are going through. I don't want to be in denial, okay? It's not denial. I also mentioned acknowledging, but we can't get stuck there if we want to see change, okay? And again, feeding the problem, focusing on the problem, the problems, the suffering, the loss, just makes that stronger. And while there is suffering and loss on any given day, at any given moment, frankly, there is equal and opposite energy occurring. There is healing occurring. There is sharing, helping, leveling up, joy, celebration. And even among those of us who have been able to do that sometimes in the midst of strife, can find something still worth celebrating. So I just want to encourage that it doesn't mean being ignorant or in denial, okay? But we have to be very mindful of where we want to put our energy and what we want to feed. And the High Priestess here is at the heart of your reading, Leo. And I really feel her guardianship between the seen and unseen worlds that is coming through strongly. So you might be highly intuitive. You might be very tapped in to your intuition. And that might make it that much more available for you to feel everyone's feelings around you. And that brings me back to this. You might need to seclude yourself at times and limit the amount of time you're spending around large groups or in big cities, if at all possible and when at all possible, because you're just so able to absorb that, empathic, psychic, etc. However, it's really encouraging because the High Priestess understands that there's more to what's going on than just what we see. And I'm even going to throw out there next to this card, there's even more going on than what we see in the news and the media. The swords are communication, information. So we don't always have the full picture. Again, back to those of you who are feeling really affected by world events right now. We don't always have the whole picture, and that's just coming through strongly. So the Knight of Cups at the outcome here is leading with your heart. It seems very healing for your heart, again, to be out in nature, in open spaces. Look how different this landscape is from this cityscape behind this character. So again, spaciousness is key for you, and I think that would be very healing as well for your heart moving forward. And it will give you a chance to tune into what your heart desires, what you enjoy, what you love about people, yourself, the world around you, and to really, I feel this gentle grace energy of moving forward with a gentle grace. And he has the wings of Hermes on his helmet, which is the winged messenger. So being a messenger of peace might be really important to you, or to a lot of you. I'm getting chills, and this is not just limited to you, Leo, but this is what I'm picking up anyways for your energy this month of July. Peace offering is coming through. So this might be something that you're experiencing in your personal life or your personal relationships. Maybe there's been some grieving or some kind of a stalemate. But a peace offering might be coming to you, or you might be offering that to someone else. And again, you care so much about helping others. That's coming through so strongly in this reading. Let's look at this Page of Pentacles for a moment here. It's hard to see the pentacle. There it is. So he's very delicately holding on to that pentacle, and he's being very thoughtful about where he wants to plant that seed and what he wants to see grow. I just feel you have good intentions, Leo, and you're tuning in to where to best put your effort. And that's great, because that's how we move forward. That's how we heal. That's how we rebuild. Not dwelling on spilt milk per se, but where do we go from here? Where is the solution? Where is the opportunity to build something new, something better? And you might very much be feeling charitable and like you want to offer financial help to those in need right now. And again, be very careful about where you put your financial help. Use your intuition and your best intentions and awareness in terms of making sure that any financial assistance you're offering, maybe through an organization perhaps, that it's getting to where you want it to go and not getting lost in the hierarchy of whatever organization. That's really important. And you might be called to help people directly yourself. You might be close to those who are in need and able to offer some resources and some assistance. I'm feeling a soup kitchen. And maybe it's just that. Maybe that's your calling, to contribute to those in need around you. If you're not in a heavily devastated area, there are always people down on their luck that could use some assistance, and you seem very called to offer that. So thank you for that. It's beautiful energy. Let's clarify with some oracle cards. And the elemental empath wants to come through. All right, so let's tie this together here for my Leo viewers. Remember, if you would like to book a personal reading, to go to intuitivegardentarot.org. I would love to work with you one-on-one. And don't forget to hit the like button, the notification bell, and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I really appreciate it. Community, boundaries, sunshine. Yeah, there's such a strong philanthropic energy coming through for you, Leo, this month. Just the main theme. Of course, connect with others in your community. Support, give and receive, and angels. So tune into this visual. Look at all the healing and joy that can happen by simply coming together, sharing resources, sharing stories. Receive is important because, as I just said, there's such a philanthropic energy coming through that it's important that we aren't only giving, we have to be in a loop of where we're receiving as well, and allowing ourselves to be filled up and nourished and supported by others. Then we can continue to support. That's the balance, the symbiosis of giving and receiving. We can't just be on one end of that, okay? And angels, I'm hearing you're an earth angel. You might work with angels. You might be guided strongly by any angels you might meditate with or pray with to be of assistance, and definitely follow your guidance. Follow your intuition. It's not wrong. Next, we have boundaries. Reclaim space, inner, outer, and energetic boundaries. What did I say here? Reclaim space. You need space. I feel like a lot of you have just been drowning in too much energy around you, and it doesn't help anyone, and it doesn't put you in a position to be of assistance and follow your guidance. Everything gets all muddled and unclear, and it kind of drags us down, and it makes it harder to interact, to give and receive. Okay, so however you do that, whether it's physically taking space, like I mentioned, leaving large areas, making sure that you're in your own space, as well as cleansing your energy in whatever ways resonate with you: incense, sage, Palo Santo, crystals, asking your angels and guides to help clear your space or protect your energy space from any frequencies that aren't lifting you up. Sunshine. This is really about being that guiding light. You have such a powerful passion and strength coming through here. This also came through for Aries, so maybe it's just your element of fire is working for you and working with you right now. Underneath it says light, passion, illumination, motivation, don't dim. So don't dim is the reminder of not taking on suffering. To say it again, it's only going to drag down your energy and make you less available to be an agent of good, of love, of compassion and assistance, which I really feel you're being called to right now, Leo. You know the analogy of the oxygen mask on an airplane. You must be able to breathe first and foremost, otherwise you're not able to step into your role of assistance or be an agent of good, if you will. So that's just coming through loud and clear to make sure that your energy's clear, that you're replenishing yourself, and you're using your intuition too to check in with yourself daily. How am I feeling? And is this all me? Do I need to do a cleansing or a clearing, or do I need to just ground myself and be out on the earth, or get away from people for a while in any way that you're able to? Well, I hope this is helpful, Leo, and very interesting month. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you.